My wife and I have been members of Braddock Street Church since the early 1960s. We have always felt very welcome here. We were welcomed the first day we walked in the door. We have met so many friends here, and that's been important to us. We felt that this was very important because we had three children. We wanted them to grow up in the church, and we wanted things available like, first of all, a nursery where we could place our young children and they could get to be with other children, and we would have peace of mind when we were worshiping in the congregation. Then, of course, as they grew, they were in the choir, they were in MYF, they were in mission trips. All of these things require some funding of some type, one way or the other. And it was important to us that they be involved all the way through. I think looking back, that's been a good decision. And just looking at their lives as they are now, all of them are directly involved in their church one way or another. And probably because of the background that the folks here at Braddock Street Church were able to give them. Probably one of the most important things that happened to us at Braddock Street, because of the availability of good teachers, a good place to be able to have the Bible studies, and having the materials furnished for us, which was very nice, were the disciple Bible studies, where at that time there were a series of those, 4 or 5 of them. We participated in all of them, and they ran about 36 weeks, as I recall. Very in-depth, but they were a big part of our development of our Christian background. My wife and I have been directly involved in 2 major campaigns in the past, one for the present sanctuary and one for the addition to the educational building. I can remember being encouraged by Bill Lyons, one of our former members, one of our former pastors, that in one of the capital campaigns, he had the same approach that we're using now, one step at a time. He said, you're not at the 10% giving level. If you want to get there, you've got to do it one step at a time. And that really worked for us until we even went beyond the 10% and felt better about it every year. And I can remember one campaign that we went with a gentleman in the congregation to call on some people. And it was Pedro Moore, who's now no longer with us. But one lady said, well, I just don't know what to give. How much should I give? And Pedro said, well, I can't tell you what to give, but I can tell you that you cannot outgive the Lord.